Hey everybody, my name is Joshua Holland. I'm here to share my story with y'all. So I was born and raised in Franklin, North Carolina, which is up there in the mountains. And I was born into a pastor's family. My father was a pastor before I was born. I'm the third of four boys. He was also a police officer. He was bivocational, so he's a pastor and a police officer. And they say that pastors are hard on their kids and police officers are hard on their kids. But I'm very thankful that my father was different. He was very grace driven, very gospel centered. He exemplified Christ to his family, and I'm very thankful for that. I'm very thankful to the Lord for that foundation in my life. But growing up, I was, most pastors' kids rebelled. All my brothers, they went through a rebellion phase, but I never went through a rebellion phase. But though I didn't go like party or drink anything, I still had my struggles. It was probably sometime in early on in life, I would like with most men, got caught in the snare of pornography and everything. And it's made to get you hooked, and so sadly from very early on, it snared me. But also thankfully around that time, about the age of 14, me and my family, we went to, I can't remember if it was a winter jam of some sort, but it was a Christian concert of some sort. They had it at Western Carolina University in their gymnasium, and we went, and that was the night that the Lord called me to salvation. They preached the gospel there, between all the songs and the music, and that's where I gave my life to Christ, and I'll be very thankful for that night. But growing up, thankfully we didn't have internet or anything at home, so there was no way to feed the addiction, the sin, the lust. But after a few years, when I graduated and everything, I felt God calling me to the ministry, so I went to Fruitland. This was 2015, and after a couple years there, got really burned out because I was working full time. I had to get up super early in the morning, work super late on top of classes. So got burned out, left, and it wasn't until last year that I come back. But I was serving in my dad's church, teaching Sunday school, filling in for him every now and then. And then they moved down to the coast. A church down there come ask him to pastor down there. So they left me with the house, and 2020 hit, and everybody knows how that went. But it was a very dark time for me. Was working all alone. My church there in Franklin was closed, so I was very, very lonely. Had no one. I was having some struggles with my younger brother. He was going through a real bad time, and it affected me. We were living together, and but I moved to Spruce Pine, where my first roommate from Fruitland was. Started going to church with him up there in Spruce Pine, and the pastor up there was his sermons were just super focused on the gospel and Jesus, and started getting to community up there, and the Lord really used that time to gather up the pieces of my broken self, and from my time in Franklin when COVID had hit, and then within the past couple of years got married, had a little girl, and they've been an absolute blessing to my life, and God has really used them to conform me more into Christ's image, and I'm still growing, still learning, trying to finish up at Fruitland, and just super thankful for all the people God's put in my life, and just absolutely thankful for what Christ has done for me and is continuing to do for me and will do for me, into making me more godly and more like Him. Well, thanks for listening.